Hey everybody, what's going on out there in Piggy Land? It's good to see you all back again for another United Underground Collectible Past. I see we already had the Wiener dogs in the house. Arf, arf. I smell guinea pigs and Tommy and Vinnie. Hey, what's going on? Shadowhawk Bags. What's going on, Shadowhawk? I see Red Gaze in the house. Get with the gaze agenda, bigots, as Wookie would always say. Because we love Wookie. And what's up, Lasso of Truth? Good to see you. Welcome. As always, guys, make sure you share out the links. Let people know that we're here because YouTube is playing the games with me. They love me. They like to try to step on guinea pigs. I don't understand what their fascination is with going after small animals, but these specious bastards need to be stopped. And it starts with you by sharing out those links to let people know that we're here. But anyway, how's it going, Vinnie?
Pretty good, man. Pretty good. Today's been kind of crazy. We were just talking about it before, but yeah, man, I got a couple of killer figures that came today, and I also shot the figure that you had sent me, man. You said you had that extra Soundwave. Threw you a couple shekels for it, and it arrived in lightning speed. You also you gave me the RC with that too, which was freaking awesome. I wasn't expecting it, but dude. Yeah, so I had to do the video for this, man, and yeah, man, what a beautiful figure! This Soundwave is killer. So yeah, man.
When I seen it, I had to pick it up because I was actually impressed with how well it looked just in the packaging.
Oh yeah.
And as far as that RC is concerned, you know what, we here at the Guinea Pig Collective, you know, we remember a kindness done to us, and we stupidly backed your book not once, but we backed a couple books twice, and then one of them we forgot to get the extra art book, and you so kindly sent it to us anyway. And you know what? We appreciate that. So we don't forget things like that. I mean, a lot of other people forget about it, think that they deserved it, but no.
Dude, man, no, dude, like I said, yeah, you're a brother, man, and everything we've been doing here. Yeah, man, this is a blast. I love doing the show. I love talking about all this stuff. We have a passion for all of this. And yeah, man, we're sharing it out with everybody, and that's a cool thing. So yeah, man.
And one other thing, in case you guys haven't, remember after this show ends, it wouldn't hurt to go back, and if you haven't, watch the replay of Red Gaze's stream, man. Had a couple more creators on there talking about some fantastic looking books. Independent comics is the way to go. What's going on, CJH? Good to see you, buddy. But like getting back into this, I mean, you know what? I tell everybody about this. You know, I'm a pain in the ass. Everybody knows this. But as I said,
he says that he's an a-hole, but he's not, and I'm quoting him here, 100% a dick.
I think that really does encapsulate exactly what I'm like.
Dude, no, you're awesome, man. I don't know if it's just because, you know, the Northeast thing, but yeah, man, it feels like I grew up with you all my life.
I never belonged in the Northeast. I never felt like I belonged there, though. I always hated it.
It could be a bit of that, you know, that good attitude and that I don't give a shit thing. And yeah, I like that. So I don't know, maybe I'm a bit of an asshole too. You never know.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Right?
There is nothing wrong with that at all.
Yeah. We're honest and genuine people, you sons of bitches.
Honesty scares a lot of people. What's going on? Frank and the Wiener Dog playing. Still in the house. Still in the house. So where's your alter ego? Where's Adam Shawhan? Where's he at? I know we got the Wiener Dogs walking. Where's Adam? But anyway, guys, I wanted to talk about one of the figures that I actually picked up. Now, I actually picked this one up weeks ago, and I'd filmed it, but then I'd gotten a bunch of other really cool figures that I decided to run with first. One, of course, was the Pit of Judgment with the Quintessence. Like, once I got this figure set, which wasn't bad, well, that one went on the back burner as soon as I got that because Transformers come first. Yeah. And then we had already decided to do a good Masters of the Universe discussion with Liam, so that got preempted by another week. But we are finally back, and we're finally going to do this one. And just to get us a little bit in the mood, I'm going to play something. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, heroes in a half shell. I couldn't help it. I had to play that one. There's something about that old freaking intro. What's going on? Love me as God. What's this bullshit about sharing? Everybody should share. It's a beautiful thing to do. Guinea pigs love it. We want to share all your veggies in your fridge. Nano Reaper, what's up with the New York thing? Well, I guess it's kind of close to New York. I always hated New York. Citizen 333, what's going on? And there is super fan Adam Shawhan. Nice. Turtle power. Absolutely.
Right,
so
man. Right now, I agree with you, man. I don't like New York either. I would never go back there.
I it's that whole tri-state area thing. I can't even begin to explain what it is that I hate about it, but I've hated since I was a little kid. Yeah, and don't get me wrong. I had plenty of friends. There was a lot of things to go do, but it's just
a depressing vibe.
It's like the mentality of most of the people around you. It's
Yeah, I agree, dude. They got nastier over time. Like the last time I was living up there, I'm like, oh my god, like I didn't want to know anyone in the area. Like, I did my work, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna save them and get the hell out of here.
So true. I couldn't wait to move. Once we found out where we were moving, I was like, yay. But I want to get on to this one. So this is like all the other ones. This is actually done by Playmates once again, because you know what? I think they have like a lifelong lease on the Turtles as long as they keep making figures every year.
Oh, wow.
It seems like every single one that's ever made, it's always done by Playmates. Even like the Nickelodeon ones, they were done by Playmates as well. So these ones, there's a few things that I'll wind up talking about in the video that wasn't entirely happy about it. I mean, overall, I don't think they're bad. I was just, there was something I was slightly disappointed. What's going on, Chaos Hoy? And what's going on, Keck 44? Welcome. So, all right, so here we go. Take a look at this puppy right here, and then let me know what you think. So today we're going to be looking at Playmates Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles versus Cobra Kai crossover Donatello versus Johnny Lawrence. Now these figures out of the box, they do not look half bad. You can see that they got a lot of details going on with this one. They even got a rubber top on him, which kind of bends a little bit when you actually turn the figure. It's not too shabby looking. There's a few issues that I actually have with the Johnny Lawrence figure, but I'll get to that in a moment. Now, as far as Donatello, he's got that soft cloth gi on with the turtle insignias, which I think is a cool touch. And of course, the place to put the bow staff in the back. A few of the things I don't like is how his arms don't really move down very far. They seem to be sticking out towards the sides, and they just don't really go all the way in. I think that's just a little bit off on the design work as far as that's concerned. And one of the things that bothered me about Johnny Lawrence is when he was packaged, this is what I seen. It looked like he's got a double jointed elbow. That really bugged me at first. That and the fact that his wrists look like they're sleeves. However, I did find out later on that his arm was twisted around in the package. And as far as regular articulation, he has the up and down in the shoulders and then the top of the arms that you would expect in the bicep. He's also got decent head movement going on. Of course, he's got a bit of a waist, but of course with that rubber top on, it kind of restricts it a little bit. Not too much, but a bit. Leg movement, he's got awesome articulation in the legs. And of course, he's got the thigh rotation and of course the knee joint as well. He also has a foot pivot at the bottom, so you can get him in those more traditional martial arts poses. They don't stand great, but it's not bad. And with all the extra flexibility there, it does help a bit. Now, as far as Donatello, he does have some halfway decent head movement on him as well. He's got the shoulder movement. Now, these shoulder joints are extremely tight and they do not want to move very well. He also has a bicep rotation, a double jointed elbow, and he also has wrist turn, and he does have a thumb that turns around and moves, and fingers that bend in too to supposedly grab his bow staff. He also has decent leg articulation both ways and a double jointed knee as well as the thigh rotation. He also has a little bit of bend right there at the ankle, and of course the toes also move on him independently to help get him in some of those poses. Unfortunately, he just doesn't seem to hold that bow staff very well at all. That's one thing that is very disappointing about this one. So it was the arm on Lawrence that bugged me with that sleeve-looking wrist.
Yeah.
And the rubber suit was just, it didn't restrict it too much, but it restricted enough that if you turn him so far, it kind of wants to bounce back a little bit. And those damn fingers on Donatello, they didn't want to close enough to hold on to the bow staff, so it was kind of like slopping around in there. Those were the only complaints. I mean, as far as the way they looked overall, I think they look great. They did astounding work on that. It was just those few minor details I think they really screwed up, at least for me.
Yeah, I gotta say, the turtle looked better than the Johnny Lawrence, but yeah, I was kind of impressed with the finger joints that they did that on the toes. That was pretty cool. That's something I've never seen before on Ninja Turtle figures, and the gi looked pretty cool too. And you're right, I like that little added detail, of like their own logos on the back. That was pretty cool. But yeah, man, for what it was, they're not bad. And it's cool to see more turtle products out there for sure. I saw, I think it was Books A Million. They have, I can't remember what company it was, but they have some exclusives where I saw they had a Johnny Lawrence figure that it's more detailed. He's got a whole lot more joints. And it's like a heavier figure too. Like whatever the plastics they use was pretty dense. I think they go for like around $30 though.
Is that like the 12-inch tall figures?
No, maybe about 6 or 7 inches.
Huh.
Yeah, I was surprised.
I remember. Well, I was going to say I remember almost. It's almost a year and a half ago. Well, no, about a year ago. About a year ago, when I was up north cleaning out my dad's house, I'd stopped in FYI, and I seen these big 12-inch figures. They weren't superly overdone with a lot of extras and everything like that, but the figures themselves were well done with like cloth outfits. They look like giant Mego figures, is what they look like. Okay. And they had Miyagi, they had Daniel, they had Johnny Lawrence. But the only one I remember seeing of Johnny Lawrence is he was in that that skeleton Halloween outfit that he was in the first Karate Kid.
Oh yeah, I did see. I saw those in stores too. I think those might have been NECA. Because NECA, they have 2 lines of figures that they basically do. They have like that 7-inch one, and then they have one that's like 8 or 9 inches. And yeah, they're kind of like Migos, where they have like cloth clothes. But yeah, like the heads, I think they're sculpted a little bit better than Migos. But yeah, I did see. Yeah, I saw the Johnny Lawrence a couple of times, the skeleton outfit one.
Yeah, I was looking at him. I was seriously considering it, but I already had so many things going on, and I already had so many things that I had already picked up that I was like, do I really want to get them right now? I think I'll wait. Yeah. I was at the store the other day, and I did see the Michelangelo and Daniel LaRusso, and I was going to pick it up, and I didn't, so I might go back and get that one too. Maybe the ability to hold the nunchucks is better on Michelangelo than it was for this bow staff for Donatello. Maybe this was just a bad figure because that sometimes happen, and that might have just been my luck. So yeah,
that sometimes does happen. Yeah, you're right. Hey, I've had a few. Yeah, it's the QC issues, man. No one does quality control properly. When I was working in toys, yeah, there was a lot of mistakes. Sometimes China would do it on purpose. Those companies over there. Other times it was just like a silly mistake. Because things do get lost in translation as well sometimes. But yeah, man, you got to make sure that things are going to work properly.
Absolutely. What's going on, Gap Stargate? Good to see you.
What up?
And yeah, Luffy is God. Donnie was always a pussy. Only cool turtle was Mikey. He never gave a F. Anybody here that is reading the new turtle comic, Ronin? No, I did read the I think I can't remember if I got a collected version, but I did see one of them, and I did read through some of it. So basically, it's the aftermath of whatever happens, and all the turtles except Michelangelo are dead. And he's going out with like basically all their weapons, and he's the last Ronin.
Michelangelo is?
Yeah.
Wow, that's weird. Out of all of them that they picked him.
Yeah. And what's going on, Darius?
What's up, man?
I mean, I read it. I thought it was pretty good. I don't remember if that was like, if it was just the first part or if it was a collected series. But like I said, I did read through it, and I thought it was pretty good. it was kind of interesting, yeah, but it threw me back. Like Michelangelo, like really, he was just never the one to be like that over the top to like take on that kind of responsibility. He was always the slacker.
Right. He wanted to have more fun, eat pizza, skateboard, and all that shit.
Miriam, fried chicken.
What's up, Katie?
I love fried chicken. I had fried chicken yesterday. Hey, what's up, colonizers? What's going on, Wookie?
What up?
But I also wanted to touch on some of the older stuff that I found because I mean, how are you going to talk about the new stuff and not talk about the old stuff when I have it available to film? So I couldn't find every last one of them that I had, but I did find enough of them to put this clip together.
This one is actually kind of cool. It's got most of the old school looking turtles in there. Casey Jones, April O'Neil, Leonardo in a hockey outfit. Then it's got the monster turtles. Donatello, Dracula. Michelangelo is Frankenstein's monster. Raphael is the mummy. And Leonardo, the Wolfman. Pretty cool stuff.
I still have one of the giant-sized Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Leonardo from 1989. This thing's pretty huge, but other than his sword missing, and he's a little dirty, he's in pretty damn good shape. And we also have the Turtles Turtle Cycle. This thing's actually still boxed. It's actually still sealed. I actually broke the seal just to check it out to make sure it was completely still sealed. It's bike's still in the bag with all the sticker sheets and everything in there. Brand new, just tucked away in my dad's house for God knows what reason.
Dude, man, that was a killer collection.
And that's only some of them. I mean, I know I had a lot more than that. Where the rest of them got to, I have no clue. And I know some of the weapons are actually spread out amongst about, I don't know, probably like 10 different totes.
Wow.
Well, I was finding everything in spurts at his house. Like there'd be a few pieces here. I'm like, oh, cool. Wrap them up, put them away. Get about 10, 15 boxes in. Oh, great. Here goes some more parts. I'm already done with that crate. That's already downstairs and stacked. I'm not digging it out. So,
wow.
Yeah, Frankenstein's monster. Yeah, I haven't seen those in so long. I literally forgot that they did the monster version of the Turtles.
Yeah, I forgot as well, man. Dude, yeah, that mummy one looked pretty cool too.
Yeah, I swear that one must have glowed. It had the glow in the dark.
I think, yeah, man, I think you're right.
Yeah, I had to play the bass on it.
Very cool.
What's going on, Curtis, man?
What's
I haven't
up,
seen
man?
you in a hot minute, man. I hope you were doing well. I know you've been very busy. But, oh, man, there's so many of those other toys that I wish I could find because I know I had the Splinter, I had freaking Shredder, I had the Foot Soldiers. We had a bunch. I know my brother had a few of the ones that they had the action things, like the zip action things or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then there were these ones. I don't know if you remember these. Do you remember the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles that would actually fold up into the shell?
Yeah, I do remember those. I had, I think I had two of them. I think I had Leonardo and Raphael. Yeah, because my brothers had a couple as well. But yeah, man, we were into all that stuff, man. We had like all the original, like the first wave and second wave of those figures. But they released a ton of product, man. And it's like they were running out of things. Like you said, they had like the sports costumes on and shit, hockey, football.
I remember I had the samurai one too.
Yeah, those are actually pretty neat.
I think they had a cowboy and an Indian, I think.
Yeah, I used to get the samurai one and pose him with Hachiman from Thundercats. Hachiman.
Luffy has got this is his opinion on it. I mean, Turtles ruined the toy market with all the weird variants. I like the comic most. Always felt like they turned them into Barbie dolls with all the outfits. You know, I can't completely disagree with that. I can't. I think some of the outfit things were interesting, but when they just started throwing them in every different type of outfit just to create a new variant, that's what kind of took me out of the aspect of collecting it. Because especially it was like, oh, well, all these different sports teams, and then we're going to make astronaut turtles, and you know, I think it became too much.
Oh, of course, dude. And that's what it is, because the company, they just want to keep making money. As long as they sell, oh yeah, we'll just keep putting them out there. And they go, oh, everyone already has the original one, so what are we going to do? We got to do the variants. We got to do something different. Give them a new gimmick. And that's why you had so many really bad characters that came in those later waves, right? With those villains and shit. Like
Pizza. What was that one? Pizza Face.
Oh, dude, the mosquito one too, or something.
Yeah.
Or no, there were so many dumb characters that they crapped out just to make some money on toys. And the sales were going down the toilet on that too, because people were sick of it. They didn't look right. They weren't the same as the first couple of waves.
No,
yeah,
like once again, I think that there was actually a market for doing a few variants.
A few.
Like you know, like the samurai one was cool. I think the monster ones were a neat concept. But like I said, when they just started just throwing them in everything just to be able to remarket them all the time, that's where they lost. That's where they lost me.
Don't forget the other people who also flooded the market and destroyed their license that they had was Kenner with Batman. You remember all those Kenner Batman figures? Holy crap! Scuba diving, glow in the dark, you name it. They threw it on them, and it was
What was it? The first like 5 to 7 Batmans were the exact same Batman, just in a different color.
Yeah, more or less. And with his rogues gallery, you'd think that you would just keep making the different villains that he has, because he's got a gigantic rogues gallery. Nope. Let's keep crapping out really bad Batman figures. You know, KB, like, they were suffering with those things. Spider-Man, they did that for a while too, when Toy Biz had the license. You know, but I gotta say, Marvel Legends have been doing a way better job with a lot of these things.
Yeah, I've seen some absolutely astounding figures that have come out. Some of them I just won't buy though because of my hatred for Disney. But I won't move off that stance. I won't.
Yeah, I'm not knocking you for it, man. You do what you want to do, man. You know, if there's shit that I like, I'll probably get it. But if it's something like, if for me it's like a double whammy. If it's Disney Marvel plus, like, let's say what's his face, the one who played the Hulk, Ruffalo, Mark Ruffalo.
Yeah, Ruffalo.
If it's like that, like I'll boycott it now. But I do have one figure that I got from SH Figure Arts, but it's back before he was getting vocal about his nonsense and before shit really went upside down. So like I have one good Hulk figure from you know, one of the Japanese companies, but I won't get any of the Marvel Legends now. If I see a figure with him, nope, I don't want that. You can keep it.
And they bring this on themselves and they wonder why. Yeah, Curtis, I'm glad to hear. I hope everything turns out, man. Just keep your head up. God, who did that? Keep your head up, ooh, child. Things are gonna get easier.
Yeah, that's when it was late 70s, early 80s songs. I'm having a brain fart tonight, man.
That's all right. Yeah. We're both in that same boat, you know. I think it's the Walton bug that's going around and affected everybody. See, have them on one show and then everybody starts forgetting things. What's going on, Citizen 333? Nano Reaper, what's up? Good point. Why do turtles need clothes? They have fracking shells. Well, you know what? At least as far as the one for Cobra Kai, it makes sense because they're supposed to be wearing the proper attire for a tournament. So, because that's the whole story. They have a whole story on the back. I didn't even mention that. There's a whole story on the back of those boxes where they talk about the turtles enter the tournament.
Oh wow, dude! I didn't know that. That's interesting, man. Well, hey, if you're gonna grab the license from you know, both of those things, both those different products, and yeah, you better do something extra special with it. Come up
Now,
with the story.
I don't know where I'm going to find the other ones though, because even in all my travels, even when I was up north, the very first time that I seen that they were released, it was like right at the tail end, right before I was coming home when I seen these things come out. I did not see anything else except LaRusso, Michelangelo, Donatello, and Lawrence. That was all I seen. I never ran across the crease because it's I think it's Raphael in crease and Leonardo and oh God, why am I blanking? Miguel.
Yeah,
I think that's the way it works.
Yeah, at a Best Buy, I've seen I've seen the Miguel one. I've seen the Johnny one. I think I saw LaRusso once, but it was in a different store. It might have been Books A Million. And and the one you have, technically I've seen all four at least one time. But,
see, I haven't. I haven't. Like, usually it's the Donatello one I see over and over and over again.
That one I see all the time as well. But yeah, the Miguel one I've only seen once. The other ones, same deal.
Actually, He-Man was actually in the middle of getting canceled when they were doing the movie figures.
Yeah. They actually released the movie figures?
From what I understand, they did.
Okay. Wow.
They didn't release many of them. They were in the process of releasing them, and that was right around the time that they just went belly up.
Yeah. They ran over.
That movie did them no favors.
Oh, yeah. They ran over and pulled the lever. They're like, no, stop production now. Oh, my God. You know how much money that they lost? Jesus.
Yeah.
That's insane, man.
Well, and Nano Reaper, that's one thing I'm finding out that I need to check every once in a while is I need to look on Amazon because apparently there's just all kinds of freaking exclusives that Amazon carries too, even including my Transformers, which I had no clue.
Oh my God, dude. Same here, man. Between Target, Amazon, and Walmart, they each have something, and there's at least one thing I'm like, oh my God, I wanted that. And it's like sold out. Or you got the price gouging now.
And remember back in the day, if you seen an exclusive, you'd see maybe one or two exclusives at the most. And 9 times out of 10, at least back in the day when I was younger, it was always Toys R Us. Toys R Us was the one that was going to have the exclusives.
Yep. Which, it's funny. Toys R Us is still doing some exclusives, but they're only located in Canada, and there's like maybe a handful in the United States. But good luck.
From what I understand, there's 2. There's one out in New York, and I think it's right outside of Manhattan.
Okay.
I'm not sure exactly where the other one is because I know they said that they were opening 2 locations up. They were originally talking about they were going to open like an online store or something, or maybe like like the small little shops that you can go to. The same thing Amazon does, where you can go to that store and pick up your order. They were talking about maybe doing something like that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know. I'm curious about the New York one because I used to go. There was 2 of them I would go to all the time when I lived up there. If I was in the city or near there, there was one that was Union Square. There was one right there when you get out of the train station, and then there was the one in Times Square. That thing was tremendous. They had a Ferris wheel inside of it. It was like 3 or 4 stories. And
I remember going there once, years and years ago.
That was an impressive looking store. But yeah, man, they had the Lego T-Rex that was all put together up there, huge. There was a lot of crazy stuff they had in it. But it's a shame to see that the store, went down the toilet.
Nano Reaper, you're not wrong. And you can find it on eBay for 1,000% markup.
Yep, dude. I don't know, man. I don't know what I'm going to do. I want to get the damn Storm Shadow, but I'm not buying from those motherfuckers. Nope, not doing it.
No, I know I'm going to wind up putting some toys up because I have all these extra toys that I need to move them.
Yeah.
So a lot of them are doubles, triples, whatever. I got to start putting them up on eBay and selling them. Dude, they just got to go.
I hear you, man. It's
I can't imagine doing what some of these other people do. What the amount that they're marketing them up for. That just seems ridiculous.
Oh yeah, it is ridiculous, man. You put it at a more fair price, and you'll move them, and you'll still make money. But yeah, so yeah, this is the new figure that I did the review on. This is the one that Tommy hooked me up with because you're awesome, bro. But yeah, this thing was like, yeah, I gave you props in the video as well. But yeah, I didn't know he came out like a year ago. This thing, and yeah, good luck finding him. Didn't even know he existed until Tommy mentioned it on a couple of streams a while ago. But yeah, we'll play some of this if you guys want to see it. I'll lower the volume a bit. But yeah, man, this is a beautiful piece, highly detailed, amazing paint applications. Today I got an awesome piece. Picked this one up from my friend Tommy. You can check out his YouTube channel, Tommy and the Guinea Pig Collective. I also have a show that I co-host with him over there on Thursdays. But nice. Yeah, he had an extra, so yeah, I bought this one off of him. Incredible piece. So this is Soundwave with Laserbeak and Ravage from the Transformers War for Cybertron trilogy. So yeah, this is fairly simple anyway. But yeah, so here's the figure. Right out of the box, I made sure to get Laserbeak up on his arm as well. He actually has indentations on his arms where his feet are supposed to kind of clip in. But yeah, it doesn't work all that great, but you could rest it on there just fine. He's got good balance. As you can see on the rotating base, nobody's fallen. And yeah, I also have a Ravage on the inside in the the actual cassette player thing that dropped down. But,
I like that that it's got the storage in the back for the weapon.
Yeah, that's what I like. That's why they did all those ports and stuff. That, and then you could do like if you got like the blast effects from like Jetfire or some of the other figures that they did.
Yeah, they had those little Battle Master figures. They came with all kinds of blast effects too. People were buying them just for that.
Oh yeah, dude, those things were killer. And then I have, or yeah, I'll show you. I put Devastator in here as well. Like a Cybertronian kind of ship. He's a little bit hard to find now. I know my friend Tommy was in the store. I was glad I got him when I did, because I think his robot mode is like pretty damn perfect and super close to the cartoon. And I had to compare him next to my third-party Devastator figure. This is one hell of an impressive piece. I want to do a review on him at some point, but I'm going to have to do him in parts. And yeah, he's going to take some time to do. But let me know if you do want to see a review on him. Yeah, we could make that happen. I got a couple other things lined up before it, though. So, yeah, I don't know. Like I said, leave your comments. Let me know. But, yeah, he's a massive figure. And there's how he scales with these two. But, yeah, I think it's pretty perfect to what the cartoon was. So, yeah. There's also an HD shot. And, yeah, he also does have a light-up feature in his head, which was a pretty cool surprise. And, yeah, here's Soundwave all transformed. So there's his little cassette player. And, yeah, it was pretty sweet. You could plug in all of his accessories on him as well. The only thing you can't do is put the extra cassette in. It's only one cassette at a time. But, yeah, other than that, you can pretty much have everything, compact on them. And that's pretty cool. So, yeah, weapon storage is always a plus with these things. And it's all in the back. I know it looks like he's kind of thick all around, but I know that they did an even better design on the Autobots blaster, who turns into like a big boombox. Yeah, man, that's the thing too. I seen it on someone else had done a review. I guess they are out, but I've never seen them in stores. They have the Kingdom version of Blaster.
Yeah, he came out the moment he came out. He was off the toy shelves before you can even find it. And there's people right now selling it on eBay and a few of the other sites for like double the price that you would have got it for in the store already.
Yeah, yeah, it's ridiculous, man, ridiculous. When did he come out? Do you know?
I want to say that he came out sometime right around either the end of December, beginning of January.
Wow, dude. That pisses me off because I love that design and seeing him transform too. Like from the side, he is like he's perfect. He has like no kibble. Everything is like very uniformed. You know, he's like a perfect rectangle. Dude, I don't know how they did it, but it looked incredible, man. I wish I could get that thing.
It looks so much like the G1 toy too. I mean, even with the left and right markings on the freaking legs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Like,
man.
I'm noticing all that little stuff, all those little details for the nods to the G1.
Yeah, dude. I love that about this line, man. They've been crushing it. All the details they're putting in here. On top of it, like, yeah, you have the Cybertronian looks, and then they've been doing all of the G1 looks, you know, like the Earthrise shit. But yeah, I'm blown away by them. Because I didn't think I'd be picking up Transformers again at a certain point. I'm like, yeah, no, I had a few here or there, but no, they got me collecting it again.
I'm sure that I'm not much of a good influence not to buy more because I keep coming. Oh, Vin, did you see the new one that I just got? Oh, look at this one I just got.
Well, likewise, man. I hooked you up with those. What do you call it? The secrets.
Yes, yeah, you seen them, and I was like, oh boy.
Yeah, I'm like, I know Tommy's gonna want this.
Oh, Wookie! I found a few pieces of the Star Wars Transformers Darth Vader crossover figure. That thing was super lame. Yeah, that thing was. It was a big giant because they had the big giant Death Star one, and then they also had another one where he transformed into his TIE fighter.
Wow, no shit. How'd the
I
TIE
have.
fighter one look?
Well, yeah, I have Obi-Wan and I have Luke Skywalker, or the two that I have. And I remember seeing the Vader one because I was like, well, that's odd. Why'd they re-release Vader? And then I seen, oh, they made him into the Death Star. And I was like, okay. And they also did a Millennium Falcon that turned into, was it Han Solo or was it Chewbacca? I think it might have been Han Solo. I forget.
Yeah, I missed those. I never saw them.
What's up, Tehillim 29 and Decepticon Cave of Villains? What's up? Ooh. Yeah, I figured he would like that. Like, he's always talking about showing off the Decepticon figures.
Yeah, well, I just showed, man, dude. I don't know if you just came in now. I don't know if you saw it. I just showed off Soundwave, and I have the Devastator in there as well.
Luffy, here's an interesting fact about that. Devastator, you know, when he came out, believe it or not, he was a holdover from the Diaclone era before Hasbro had partnered up with Takara. He was already there in the toy line. He was orange and yellow originally.
Yep. And that same one that I have, they have a variant that they did him in that paint job.
Oh, and then the funny topper to that is a Devastator wasn't considered a villain. Neither was Starscream. The only ones that were considered the villains were basically what became the Insecticons. They were the villains. They were the invading force. The Warador invasion force or something. Yeah. All the rest of them were considered heroes. But they weren't even heroes. They were just like mech armor in the original line. But
yeah. Wow. Dude, yeah. I love the villains, man. I told you, Soundwave is one of my favorite ones. I forgot to put the little one in that review though. I had the core one as well. I should have.
Acid Storm, yeah. I got the multi-pack.
Nice.
Acid Storm, Ion Storm. That's the one that Vinnie had showed me was still available.
Yeah. He said he had the Masterpiece one.
Is that what he's saying?
MV.
Oh, I missed that. Okay,
nice.
The Masterpiece one, nice.
I have like I think one of the first Starscream Masterpiece ones. He was like a darker gray all over. It's a nice size figure too. It's pretty big.
That was he was called Blaster. Yeah, that's what Vinnie was talking about. He was looking for the one from the Kingdom line.
Yeah, because they would look great together. Those colors just work.
Well, here's what I do. Sometimes, besides going on the Hasbro's, because Hasbro actually has an official store on eBay that they sell from. I go in there and I know, but I go in there and check, and every once in a while they might have a few that people are charging ridiculous prices for. But there's certain people that I'm following on eBay. They will sell some of these damn toys if they get them, and they won't mark them up incredibly high.
Yeah, sometimes you're right. I've seen that as well, but it really depends, though. If it is a figure that's super popular, though, it's good luck.
What's up, Frankie?
Hey, Frankie. Frankie knows.
Devastator and the Constructicons were so cool. Yeah, they were. And
They
the
really
original G1s, man, I had a hell of a time finding all of them when I was younger. I went out to multiple stores because unless you were going to like conventions and everything, you couldn't get the big gift set.
Mhm.
So you had to buy them individually. So I went out to multiple, and that was back when they were still Kitty City too. So I had Kitty City. I was going to Toys R Us, and then I was going to there was a store called Clover back in the day. I was going there. I was going to Kmart. I was going to all these different stores. Eventually, I wound up rounding them all up, and then they all got stolen. So there's that.
Yeah, that sucks ass, man.
It's not my fault. I've heard. I have the hard hero bust of Transformers. Yeah. Adam over there has a whole bunch of those heroes busts for Transformers sitting on the shelf. He was showing me pictures of it the one night. I was like,
Oh, wow.
Look at all those things.
Damn.
I mean, I personally have never been into a lot of the statues and busts. You know, they're just not my thing, especially with Transformers, because I always said and we got into this when you were talking about that red, what was it? Red series.
Yeah, the Red series.
If it doesn't transform, it's not a Transformer.
I agree, man. Yeah, but I told you, for me, I'm not buying them, but I could appreciate the hell out of them. I told you about like that huge Megatron that they put up, like the light up feature, like in his eyes, like in his gun, and the scope and all that. Dude, it was amazing. Huge. That thing was like 3.5, 4 feet. Yeah, it was pretty impressive, man. But yeah, I definitely give it to them on that. I could appreciate the hell out of it, but yeah, I don't know. If I could afford shit like that, that means I'd have a really big house, and I'm not in that position, so I can't get stuff like that.
No, I hear you, Adam. I mean that everybody collects these things and they love them in their own way, and I'm not knocking anybody on it. You know, it's great that you're still holding the love for those, and that's the way you have it. I mean, it's just me personally. I just have something I want my Transformers to turn into something.
Yeah.
Then I want Megatron to always turn into a gun. Unfortunately, I'm not going to always get that. So
yeah, they love making them into a tank. But no, I gotta say though too, yeah, man, just collect what you like, dude. My cousin was like, he used to collect everything, man. His big thing was those the 1980s WWF figures. Yeah, we talked about it with ETEP as well. Like those things were all pretty cool, but he had so many of them. He started doing customization ones and doing characters that since they didn't really make those anymore. He was doing newer wrestlers and stuff like that. But then he started collecting other stuff. He got into the McFarlane thing, and then he went to statues, and his collection of statues is insane. He's got those huge ones that came from Sideshow, but it's
quick how fast that those things could start piling up. Like you go out and you get one, you're like, oh man, this is really cool. Oh well, I got to get this guy, and the next thing you know, I already got that guy. Let me get that guy too. Well, I already got him, so I better get this one. And then all of a sudden, well, I need to get them all now.
Yeah, I got that problem myself with some stuff here for sure. And yeah, my 1/6 scale collection got pretty big, pretty fast.
Nano Reaper. I have the Insecticon that was a green rhino beetle. Yes, that was the Deluxe Insecticon Barrage.
Okay.
That was actually licensed out by another toy company. Trying to remember the name of the toy company. I can't remember it offhand, but it was like a separate Japanese toy company that was making them, and they licensed them off. And Hasbro recolored some of them, and they put them in boxes with names on them. I mean, they did that with a lot of different toys. I mean, Jetfire, Shockwave, Omega Supreme, the Deluxe Autobots, Whirl and Roadbuster. They were both licensed off from another company. There was actually quite a few of them that they licensed off because what they couldn't make their own, or what Takara already didn't have made as part of the Diaclone era, they were just looking at all these different companies. Okay, we can take that. license it off, recolor it, and package it and sell it.
Yeah. They most certainly did do shit like that. Yeah, because they got the molds and they're like, yeah, hell with it, let's do that.
I think some of them will, Frankie. I don't know if all of them will. I mean, because I've actually seen myself with some of the newer Transformers, like the stuff even from War and Fall for Cybertron. At first, they were going for big money, and then values on a lot of those figures started going down because they were not really done with any kind of serious quality. They weren't. It wasn't until you got to the Combiner Wars, Power of the Primes, then leading into the Siege line that you started seeing real quality Transformers again from Hasbro and Takara. And it was right around the Combiner Wars era of toy, that toy line is when Takara came back in, because there was a short time where Takara was not helping Hasbro at all with any of the designs of any of these toys. They stepped away from it, just like they did during, like, what was it, like a Beast War, or like right after Beast Wars? It was like right after Beast Wars, they had stepped away and they just let Hasbro have the reins completely, and then Transformers just went bloop.
Yeah, man. No, yeah, you definitely know your shit about all this stuff. That's for sure, man. Yeah, I don't know, dude. It's crazy.
That's Ravage.
What was that?
Ravage. I'm talking to Wookiee. He says, I only have one Transformer left, the tiny dog that turns into cassette tape. He's actually Ravage, and he's actually Jaguar.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the one gripe I have with that figure. I thought, like, for him that they would have made him a little bit bigger, because he is pretty tiny.
I know. He's even smaller than Laserbeak.
Yeah. And I'm like, oh, man. But, again, to have him have that same size and be able to slide in like that, yeah, it's not easy to do.
Yeah, I hear you, Curtis. Same way. My wife went out and she picked up a McFarlane Classics Batman series figure for me, and she got the Riddler. And I was like, shit. Well, if I got the Riddler, I'm going to have to go back and look for the Joker. So now I picked up the Joker figure. And I was like, God, do I really want to start going back and looking for the Batman figure and hoping to find that? I mean, that one came out almost a year ago now. Like,
yeah, that was a while ago. Oh, but you were able to find the regular Joker?
Yeah, I found the Joker figure, yeah.
Oh, excellent. In store or online?
No, I went into Target the other day. I had to go pick up new headphones, which I'm still trying to get used to these things. They're killing me because it blocks all the ambient sound around me out. So, yeah, I can't hardly hear anything else except what's coming through the mic through the headphones now.
They work too good.
Yeah, it's a bit much for me. I'm like partly deaf anyway, so that's yeah, it's a bit much.
Damn. Yeah. Oh, and I just saw one of those figures on Amazon, the gold disc collection. They have the Autobot jackpot. Yeah.
Yeah, I see that one all over the place. I'm actually looking for the one that came out before that. I did see it on Amazon. They do still have it up. It's Puffer and Road Ranger.
Yeah.
Puffer is actually well, when they released him in the G1 line, it was Series 2. They had, or was it Series 3? It was Series 3. They had pipes. I think it was Series 3. And they actually had a few that got released that were miscolored. So instead of having a blue chest with a blue head and everything like that, like Pipes had, they wound up having a white head and a white chest. So they took the name and they crossed it, because I think there was something else where there's something was orange on it. So they called them Huffer and Pipes, and they put it together and turned it into Puffer, and they created a whole new name.
Yeah.
Now the other one, the other one, Road Ranger, was actually a name that was part of the GoBots line. So they took the Huffer, they recolored them in Road Ranger's colors from the GoBots and released them in that pack. Interesting. I mean, I like when they do stuff like that, because they own the names from the GoBots. Hasbro does.
Right.
So they can make them similar, but they just can't nail the look down, because then they'll get in trouble with Bandai.
Oh yeah.
Bandai still owns the toys rights.
Which is funny, man, because those companies over there, they screw each other over as many times as they could. They're so nasty. It's funny.
Yeah, the new classic line, Curtis, it looks really cool. Like I was looking at the Bat Cave that they have for it, the little mini play set, and the Batmobile. The Batmobile was boss looking. Like McFarlane knocked that out of the park.
Yeah, that did look pretty good. I know he's also doing the Batman, the new movie coming out. I know those figures. They might have dropped today, I think. But some of them look pretty good. Others look like garbage. But they did the motorcycle and I think the Batmobile as well. But I don't know if the Batmobile's in scale with them. I know the motorcycle is.
Well, the Batmobile I seen for the classics line was it was in scale because the figures sit right in there. Really, like there was even a picture for it on the back of my Joker, and it looks perfectly in scale like it did in the TV show. So
nice, man. Oh, you know what? Speaking of that Batmobile, Jerry the King Lawler, he has one of them.
Does he?
One of the what do they have, like 6 of them or something that were made? He's got one of them, and yeah, he has like a man cave that has like all the Batman and Superman stuff all over the place. Because he's like a diehard fan of all that stuff.
No, I guess he's got to put that time and investment somewhere else. I mean, poor guy did lose his kid, so.
Yeah, well, no, he's been collecting for years. It was before his kid passed away too.
Oh, okay. So he was already planning his demise ahead of time. Oh, okay.
Yeah, you know how many heart attacks, and scares he had throughout the years.
That's a damn shame.
I'm surprised he lasted this long. Dude, it was like 25 years ago or something when he collapsed in the ring, if you remember.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I thought he was going to have a heart attack during that Diva search. Where the one Diva, she did like the combat crawl out of the ring and her top came off.
Yeah, holy crap.
I thought he was going to have a heart attack then, but no, you know what? He kept this cool. He ran up to her and put a towel around her and covered her. And I was like, oh, who is this guy? He looks like Jerry Lawler, but he's not acting like him. He should be standing there watching her, just yelling, "Puppies!
Puppies! Ooh, puppies!" Oh, he ran over. He wanted to cop a feel.
No, it looked like he was actually being a complete gentleman for once. Like I was shocked. I mean, then again, you know what? Most of those guys, those personalities are just all bullshit anyway.
Oh yeah,
TV, so.
Yeah. I've met him a bunch of times and had conversations with him a lot because a friend of mine used to take him all around to those different conventions because my friend had a wrestling comic book, so he was getting like a lot of those people around there, and Jerry did a couple of covers for him. Yeah, one he ripped off of me, but
well, it is what it is.
Yeah, I just laughed when I saw it. Like literally, I'm like, yeah, I'm the guy who did that, and he went like he put this surprised look in his face. Oh yeah, you want a photo? Yeah, sure. Like I wasn't gonna be a dick about it like that.
He ripped you off and at least gave you a photo, so you got that story, which is nice.
Yeah, like I said, man, they are what they are. You know, when these people have no face,
it's a shame.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually. Have you seen any of the new turtle toys that have been released? I cannot find them anywhere either. Because I think somebody was telling me they were Walmart exclusives.
Which ones? It's NECA or the Playmate ones?
They did the Playmate like retro line just like they did with He-Man.
I don't think I've seen them.
I think somebody was telling me that they were Walmart exclusives, and I've gone into a few Walmarts just looking to see if I ever seen them. Nothing.
Mm-hmm. Oh, dude, yeah. The Walmarts by me suck. There's one that once in a while you'll find some really cool shit, and then like never again. And then the other one, the one by the big mall, it's a mess. You can't find anything. The shelves are never stocked, and nothing's in its place. You know, like there was a school bus full of wild kids that just came in there and moved everything, knocked shit on the ground, and left.
Yeah, they were called private store owners.
Yeah.
All the people on eBay like selling to people and like ripping them off. They're the ones that came in there and ripped everything clean like a bunch of locusts.
Yeah, more or less, man. It sucks.
You know, I got one of those guys. I think this was only a couple weeks ago. I mean, I have a similar story from years ago with my wife, and she still looks at me in disgust over it. But I had some guy like a few weeks back. I'm pretty sure he was a scalper because I was sitting there blocking the Transformer side. You know, I'm like big enough to block it.
Mhm.
Guy was trying to get in. I'm like, put my elbow out, don't get near me. And like I just start grabbing the figures that I want off there, and this guy's trying to creep on me, so I just like gave it to him, man. I had a nasty sausage breakfast, and I just gassed him right out of the aisle. It was beautiful. He gave me the dirtiest look as he kind of scampered away. I know you want these toys, don't you?
Yeah, I've been there. I've done it.
It's horrible, but you know what? Sometimes you have to do it, and that's what you got to do to the scalpers. Get rid of them.
Yeah. Man, there's so many nasty scalpers out there.
I mean, it really is a shame, though, because it discourages people that actually just want to go out and collect. And you go out to collect, and you're just a normal person trying to collect, and you can't find anything because these douchebags go there, and maybe sometimes they know somebody in the back, and they're paying them to freaking hold shit for them. That shit ain't right.
Yeah, man, that's dirty. You know, I've had a few friends that work in some of these stores and stuff, but yeah, for the most part, it's just like, if anything, he's like, yeah, I can give you a text and let you know when we get them in. Like, I'm like, yeah, because I don't do like that nasty shit. These people, they'll have them hidden. They'll have them like in their friend works, so they put them in the back. They hide them behind other shit, and then when they get there, yeah, they just like sell out of them. You know.
Oh man, that reminds me. Talking about hiding stuff, weren't we talking the other day about Stinkor?
Yeah.
Who was asking about Stinkor? Was that you or was that ETEP?
ETEP said he just missed out on, like, he was gonna get it, and
which one was he talking about? The retro one or the Revelations?
I believe he was talking about the retro one.
Oh, okay, all right. Because I seen the Revelations one and I couldn't remember. I remember somebody said Stinkor.
Mm-hmm.
So I seen the Revelation Stinkor, so I actually hid it behind another toy. I hid it behind a toy that nobody's ever going to look at, too. I was like, oh, yeah, nobody's ever buying that thing, so I hid it behind that.
That's funny. Holy shit, yeah. Yeah, because I have a few of the Revelations one. I do like the way that the designs of them, man. Mostly the villains. But, what's it, Man-at-Arms. He looked fantastic. I saw one in the store. Only time I saw it, I'm like, yeah, I'm getting this. This looks good. But, yeah, I'll do a review or something. Like, I'll grab the handful that I have and just maybe do them all in one shot.
I know I want to get back out and I want to start looking for the rest of these Masters figures that I'm trying to round up.
Yeah.
I don't want every single one in the collection because there's a few of them I don't care about, and I think I mentioned it the other day when we were talking with ETEP about it. Like I don't care about Jitsu. I don't care about Fisto. I don't care about Webster. I never liked them. I'm not going to buy them now just to get the whole collection.
Right.
So I just want the figures I want. You know?
Exactly, man. Collect what you like. No one's putting pressure on you to do that. Anything else?
Now, Transformers, I will buy figures that I don't necessarily like just because it's part of the collection.
Well, but that's the difference too, because Transformers, like, you have two figures in one. So if you don't like the robot mode, usually the alt mode or the car mode, they're usually way cooler anyway, or vice versa. So yeah, well, again, if a figure sucks on both, then it's like, okay, you know, take your receipt and bring it back to the store.
I was kind of like that with Grapple and Inferno. I was just never a big fan of those big crane trucks like that.
Okay.
But I wound up picking up a damn figure anyway, just because it's part of that collection. It was a figure from the G1 line, so I figured, well, I got to get it.
Yeah, he looked good. I was close to picking him up, but I wasn't getting that many at the time. Like, I just wanted, like, you know, the main characters that I liked, you know, out of the Autobots and the Decepticons. And then, I don't know, I saw he looked good, though. I was tempted. But, you know.
Well, I seen a few of the other ones, like even we were talking about some of the bigger ones, like Scorpnock and all that. I just seen somebody had Scorpnock, and he's like up to like 175 or something. Again,
that thing is
because somebody had told me they seen it like dirt cheap, like they seen it for like $80 or something. And I was like, what? I said, really? Like 80?
80. Holy crap. Dude, that's a steal.
And I know somebody else was talking about a similar one, like I think it might have been Triptychon or something.
Yeah, because when the retail, isn't it like 130 or something, or 120?
Well, right now I think those things are up to like 145. No,
Oh.
they were in between 145 to 175. I think right now those big giant ones that size are 175 starting off in the stores now.
Oh wow.
Because that's what the arc was. I had
Okay.
legitimately seen the arc once, and I seen it was 175, and I was looking at it, and I was looking at it, and I was like, I really don't need a transforming arc. Then I walked away, and then I was like, I don't know, maybe I should get it anyway. And I went back to look, and that shit was gone. It was gone that fast.
Holy crap. Yeah, I don't know, man. Yeah, it looked pretty cool from what I've seen. But you know what the problem is, though, with all that stuff? It's those bigger boxes, they don't give you a window. You can't even see the figure. It's just whatever promo thing they have on the back. And I'm hating that trend. Hasbro's doing it with all of their figures now. They give you, or like the Kingdom ones, they give you a tiny window to look through. They're not even putting plastic on it now. So if like a figure falls off the shelf, you know, it could go face first and you could screw up the paint. You know, something could break. You got kids with their dirty, sticky hands. I'm like, why did they do that? So it's like you have a tiny window that's open instead of giving you like a plastic thing where you can see the full figure. It makes no sense. And then the bigger ones, it's all in a cardboard box with some artwork on it. That's it.
Well, that Castle Grayskull was the same way. That was completely just boxed up.
Well, I can understand why like Castle Grayskull, but if it's a figure that transforms and it's got two different modes, you know, put a freaking window in that box with a plastic piece over it.
Well, I will say this though, at least if they're going to do that and they're going to leave it with no plastic, you know what? You might as well just make a solid box. Just put really good detailed pictures on the back of what these figures look like then.
At least, yeah. At least that. Yeah, that's so true. Yeah, kids always have sticky hands. They do.
It's true.
Filthy little buggers.
I mean, I think there's a few of them. They put like halfway decent pictures on the back, but they really need to blow them up so you can like really see a little bit more of the detail of the figures.
Yeah, they really do. But a lot of the promo shots that they have, like it's computer generated crap too. So it's not just a product photo. It's just like something they did on Photoshop.
It's a shame. What does it come to with some of these companies when they're doing that stuff? And what's that going to do with the figures that are traditionally just a bubble blister? Like, what's going to happen to those eventually? Are they telling them that they have to stop using that too? Or is it just certain companies that are implementing this?
That's a good question. I really don't know. I didn't know if there was some kind of weird toy mandate.
Well, I did see something where they were trying to force every toy company to do it. And the only one that I know of offhand that jumped into it was Hasbro.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they got an extra. Maybe they got a discount too with some of the manufacturers over there. If they did that, that's also possible.
Anything's possible. I mean, you know what? Whatever. It is what it is. I mean, if they feel like they got to, do certain things to try to, help out in some way. And it's not that I'm all against that. Do what you feel like you have to do. But at the same time, don't make your customers suffer by not showing them exactly what they're trying to purchase.
Right. And see, and that's what I'm saying, because they jacked up the prices on everything now. So they're higher prices. You can't see what you're buying. That's bad business, if you ask me.
Especially with some of them, like, I don't know if you've seen this when they had the full windows. I've actually gone to pick up figures, and I looked in the window and seen the damn figure was broke inside the package. The package itself wasn't even crusted. The figure was broke from the factory when it was put into the packaging.
Yep.
So I didn't buy it.
Yeah. Now you got these ones that you can't see shit, or it's just one little tiny window of like, a piece of the chest and the head. And let's say he's got a limb that's broken. Or sometimes they'll put two right legs instead of a right and a left. You know what I mean? Like those QC issues happen all the time.
I hope somebody got the bot. I can't see it from here because unfortunately today's one of those days that I cannot have YouTube open at the same time and actually view it.
Oh yeah, man. Let me see if anyone got them.
Damn Russian bots.
Yeah, because I have Photoshop open, so let me shrink that down. Oh, I think
You
Wookie
remember?
got 'em.
You remember when YouTube said that they can't have people botting in chats? Remember?
Remember berries?
Hey, Google moderator, you see that Russian bot in the chat? I do.
Holy crap, man!
Fucking, I hate the Google moderator. They can suck it sideways.
Right, but yeah, Wookie got that one. So
Thank you, Wookie.
yeah, awesome, man. Like I said, it's hard to keep an eye on everything because I got it. I'm getting some work done too, which is a good thing.
Yeah, I'm trying to get some shit done. I actually I'm working on that shit with New Jersey and the crap with the surrogate's office and all that crap, and then I'm still trying to dig out all these toys. I spent the better part of 2 hours yesterday digging through crates and look for the rest of those turtle figures. I was like, where the hell are they at? Where are they at? And I'm digging through all these crates. Finally, I gave up finding the last batch of them because it was the ones with the monster turtles and the original 4 figures and all that stuff. I could not find it anywhere in the totes in the room. So I'm like, it's got to still be in the damn garage somewhere. So I was like, you know what? I did a short video when I was cleaning up Dad's house. I'll just yeet that part out for the clip since I can't find them. But I mean, I had the turtle cycle and I had that big Leonardo available, and I know I had the swords because he came with 2 swords. No, he came with a single sword. The big figures only came with a single sword. That's right.
Weapon? Oh, okay.
Yeah, it came with a single weapon, but it was painted. The blade was painted silver, and the oh shit, what the hell is that called? The guard. I can't remember the actual name for the guard on the samurai sword, but the guard was painted blue, and the very hilt of the sword was painted blue.
Oh, okay. Cool, man. And where do you remember where you got that one from?
We got it at, I want to say it was like a Clover or maybe even a Kmart or something like that. Like,
okay.
yeah,
Dude. That's right. Kmart used to have some really good shit too.
Yeah, they did. Like I said, that's where I found it was like one of my last Constructicon figures. I found it in Kmart. Like Toys R Us had like 3 of them. Kitty City had 2. Then I had to go to Clover to get one, and I had to go to Kmart to get one.
Wow. That's nuts, man.
Yeah, see? Citizen 333. I remember.
I remember.
No Russian collusion here. No, absolutely not. YouTube wouldn't do nothing like that. Здравствуйте, YouTube.
Those Vidanias.
That's Vidania.
Biden, we make good money with Biden. Have you seen Sex Tape yet?
Many sex tapes. All available on Bot Station. Bot put link in chat.
That one, what's her name? Miranda Devine. I think she writes for like the New York Times or something. She's always on Fox News. She was able to look at everything on that freaking on one of those laptops, and she has a whole book on it. And I think they're breaking down. They have like a documentary to show how depraved and sick and twisted all those Bidens are. That's pretty hilarious.
No, it's just like that freaking Trudeau idiot and everything he's pulling.
Oh my god, dude, insane! Yeah, I heard he wants to get the military out there and like they want to gun down people. Yeah, that's gonna go over really well, right?
Yeah, they see how well that works out for him because the whole world is watching. Yeah.
Yeah. No jobs.
Oh yeah, and this is for all the Russian bots who just like to show up every once in a while and just be pain in the ass. Just remember when you show up to my channel.
I am gravely disappointed. Again, you have made me unleash my dogs of war.
And then you're out of here.
That's right. Holy hell. Perfect.
I got 1 million of them. Oh, no. Could you imagine? I really do. I want to extend my list of freaking little clips and everything for douches like that.
Yeah, man.
Speaking moistly. I remember when that was a big thing.
Well, what was?
There, everybody was like talking moistly, like they were putting moistly and everything. They were putting moistly in titles.
I'm going down to the store moistly. Hey, Tommy, did you pick up the hot dogs moistly?
Pick it up moistly.
Holy hell.
Beautiful stuff. I still would like to find those turtle figures because somebody actually showed me a picture of the new retro ones, and I swear the picture that they sent me, it looked almost exactly like the original ones. I would love to see if they added articulation to them or if they're basically just a remold of the old figures like they did with the real Ghostbusters.
Wait a minute. Liam has them. He picked them up. Yeah, he was streaming last week. I saw one of the videos he put out there. He was holding up one of them, and it came with the weapons that were all like on like that brown rack. You gotta twist them off yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's what they were. The new released retro ones.
Nice. You know, it's funny, when I was going through the stuff, I actually found one of the old weapons racks with most of the weapons still on. It was for one of the foot soldiers.
Oh, beautiful.
I could probably sell that thing on eBay for like $50.
Probably.
These freaking weapons are always good. They go for more than the actual figures 90% of the time. It's so ridiculous.
Yeah, man. That is surprising.
Yeah, I remember that too. Yeah. Speaking moistly, Trudeau. Yeah. John Talks did a little thing for that with a song.
That's cool.
But I mean, oh, man, I'm actually looking forward to next week and showing off that Castle Grayskull.
Yeah, man, that thing looks really freaking cool from what I have seen so far, dude. Yeah, that's gonna be a fun one to talk about.
I was impressed with it. I was impressed with not only with the way it looked. Mm-hmm. Now, see, I never had the original one, and that's why we're going to have ETEP come on, because ETEP still has the original. Not only does he have the original, he says he has Snake Mountain too. I'm like, dude, you got to come on and show those off. Yeah. And we'll get Liam on, and we can have Liam drooling over that stuff too. Yeah. This would be great.
You could see his he's got his Castle Grayskull. It's in the background. You can always see it.
Yeah, I did see it. But I want to play my video of the new one, and I want to get their opinion.
Oh, hell yeah.
Because they'll be able to see it and pay attention and see what's going on in there. I'll probably take a few like still shots and maybe just upload them as like mini clips. So I could just like pop it up on the screen again for a few seconds instead of playing the whole clip.
Right.
This way, you know, we can go over and break down like how much they kept exactly the same on this new version as opposed to the old one. But everything I've seen on it, from what I remember of the Castle Grayskull, is phenomenal. And the plastic that it's made out of is sturdy as hell. It's not cheap.
Oh, good. Well, yeah, for the price that they're asking for, man. Yeah, you better give us some good quality.
Oh, what are you talking about? I got it for a song and a dance.
Well, you did, yeah. But regular retail, man. Yeah, dude. For collectors, yeah, give them a fair price.
Yeah, I thank my wife for that one.
Yeah,
she didn't like the idea of buying it, but I convinced her it was a good deal.
Mm-hmm. Like, listen. Either we get it now for this price that's really low, or I'm going to get it anyway, and it's going to be way more expensive.
Exactly. One way or another, that thing's coming home with me. My best friend across the street when I was a kid had Grayskull. I had Snake Mountain. I didn't know how I always ended up being the bad guys. I wonder why.
Well, yeah, my cousin, he had Snake Mountain, and we had Grayskull.
Did you ever get the other one, the Eternia playset?
No, never had that one.
That was the one that came with the it was like a 3-castle partition to it. So it had like something that almost resembled Snake Mountain on the right-hand side. It had something that resembled Grayskull on the left, and then there was just a centerpiece that was supposed to be like a neutral castle.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool. So it connects all three of them.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty sweet. See, that's what you got to do. You got to think about stuff like that when making these figures, and
no, they thought about a lot of that stuff early on. It's just unfortunately it just went the way it did.
Yeah.
I mean, they were losing ideas, and then She-Ra came out, and I think it took a lot of wind out of their sails because now the boys are like, oh well, I don't have the power anymore now because my sister has the power too.
Yeah. How ridiculous.
Yeah, I had the microphone. Yeah.
Yep.
But those toys were amazing back then, and then, like some of these companies that are reissuing and remaking them, doing the retro style right now, man, they got me amped to want to collect again.
I know, dude.
Well, no, if I go back even 3 years, even like I have to go back about 4 years ago. About 4 years ago, I was not as amped to collect toys as much as I am right now. It's not just the idea that they're paying respect to the older stuff in the franchise that came before that everybody loves so much. It's the idea of how much quality that most of these companies are actually putting into the toys now. Because a lot of the earlier stuff, when they were trying to capture a little bit of the old school nostalgia, those things weren't exactly well designed.
Yeah.
And now they are.
Yep. No, I agree, man. They're paying more attention to the proper details that they have to make things look right. And then overall too, like the technology's gotten so much better. So yeah, I'm pretty impressed with most of the things that these companies are doing. But Hasbro and Mattel, like, yeah, they've been stepping it up with what they're doing in their products. So yeah, like I said, the Marvel Legends, I've been kind of blown away. I know they did a whole bunch of there's like a Spider-Man line that they released on retro cards, and it's like it's got the style of the 1990s cartoon and how they did those figures. But yeah, I know they just recently released like the full wave of just Spider-Man, and again, better sculpt work, better paint work. There's a Symbiote Spider-Man that I can't find anywhere, and it's the same deal. It's like, if you look online, he's going for like $80 to $100. I'm like, oh, what is wrong with these people? Why can't they just be fair to one another? Nope. They clean them out in the stores, and then they're making a living off of eBay with price gouging. Ridiculous.
I'll tell you what, when you said that you were looking for that Soundwave, though, man, I was just like, and I was like, ding. I was like, I got an extra one. I was just like, man, like my grabbing an extra one, even by mistake sometimes, actually paid off that time.
Yeah, dude, absolutely, man. And like I said, I can't thank you enough because he's one of my favorite characters, and that figure just, you guys saw it, freaking amazing.
Yeah, well, I haven't had a chance to open mine up yet. I mean, I looked at it, I was like, man, the thing looks badass. I can't wait to take a look at it, and I just never had the chance because other new stuff was coming in first. I was like, oh, I got to look at this because I just got it in.
Right? Oh,
I mean, right now I'm actually on the hunt for like 3 different figures from the Transformer line, and I want to try to get them at a decent price. So I've been like combing stores and everything for them. I'm looking for the Rodimus Prime figure. I'm looking for Slug. They call him Slug now, the old Slag name. I'm looking for him, and oh Jesus, what was the third one? I just lost it because there was 3 of them I was looking for.
I'm looking for Blaster.
Oh, Blaster. Yeah, Blaster's the other one. Yeah,
dude. Yeah, all I see in the stores whenever I go is what's his face? The Rhinox. I only see him in the stores.
Well, the Target closest to me, they still carry Megatron. The Beast Wars Megatron.
Yeah, the dinosaur. Yeah. I seen him as well. But the ones that are like at that same, the Voyager class, I only see the Rhino one. Which sucks.
Yeah, the only other figures that I've seen at mine is there was a few to the Beast Wars Megatron. Then there was a bunch of the 86 figures, but they were all the same ones. It was Cup, and it was Blur. Yeah.
Yep. I seen those too.
And I'd gotten them early on. I bought them over a year ago, so I was like, yeah, I don't need them.
Yeah, same. I like the Cup figure, but it's just the transformation, like in the shoulders, I thought they did a piss poor job with. Because it's like that weird sliding thing you got to do. It's very particular, and like I popped the arms off. I couldn't count the number of times I popped them off. I'm like, what kind of more design this one? Was he?
I see. I want to get the Slug figure for another reason. I'm going to call him Slag. I don't care if it is like a degrading term in England. But you know what? Slag is also metal that falls off of stuff when they're doing blacksmithing. But slag actually comes with Daniel. Same way that they did the wheelie figure for Grimlock that I showed off around Christmas time.
Yeah, you were telling me that, man. That's cool. Oh, yeah, and the other thing too I saw with the blaster figure, he comes with eject as well.
Oh, does he? He doesn't come with 2 tapes?
No, he comes with 1. But they did it like clear blue plastic for like the majority of like his limbs.
That's weird.
Yeah, it is weird. I don't know why they did that.
Well, if they did that, that means that they're probably going to release a mini pack of all the other tapes, I'm assuming.
Yeah, possibly.
I actually did pick up a couple core figures too, and I did find the core Soundwave. And for a teeny tiny little core figure, he doesn't look half bad.
No, he looks great. I have him. I forgot to put him in this review. Because I was gonna do a side by side, and I'm like, oh, I forgot. Because I was trying to rush to get it done out there.
What I was really shocked is when I was looking at the packaging to see that he's actually got an eject button and he's got a tape in there. He's got, I think was it Ravage in tape form?
I think so. I can grab it if you give me a sec. Let me see.
Yeah, I was just really surprised that they were able to actually put that on that tiny of a figure. I'm like back in the day, that would be unheard of.
Yeah, hold on. I got him right here. Yeah, Ravage. It's solid, but yeah, it's cool, man. They did a nice job with that.
And it's the little extras like that I really do appreciate that Hasbro's been taking the time to put in all these damn figures in this line. So
actually, this could be Laserbeak the way that they did it. It's all black on one side, and then it's mostly painted silver in the front with red.
Huh. So technically, yeah, it could be either one.
Yeah.
Because Ravage was a completely black tape all the way around.
Yeah. No, dude, yeah, this is beautiful. I was surprised by that as well. Yeah, that you pointed out. I forgot completely. But yeah, it's a cool little piece.
Now, as far as some of the other ones, I didn't want them. Like, they had a mini Starscream. They had Prime, Megatron. I was like, I already got the bigger figures. I really don't want them. But then I seen the Soundwave, and I was, oh, that's just too cool. I got to get that.
Yeah, I recommend Soundwave. He looks great. Starscream is actually pretty good too. I got him. They're pretty good. But I'm like you said, I'm not gonna get all of them because I rather get the lines that we've been getting, the ones I showed today as well. Give me the proper scaled ones. They're good. But Soundwave works because he actually looks more like a boombox, and he's in scale with the 1/6 scale figures. So I had him by the Iron Man figure, like by his foot.
No, Vinnie had that complaint about one of the Megatrons that he got from a third party.
What was that?
Transformers shouldn't be origami.
Yeah, dude, holy crap. And it's a shame too, because his robot mode is so fantastic. But yeah, to transform into the gun, what a colossal pain in the dick. No.
Yes, they did, Citizen. Do you guys know, did they ever make a Unicron figure? Yes, they did. I actually have them. I always thought it would have been cool and make them at least 3 feet tall. I want to say mine's like about, I want to say it's like about 2 feet tall, maybe 2.5. It actually came out during the Armada line, and it looks fantastic. It looks just like the movie. I heard that they were going to release another one for the Siege line, but I don't know if they ever did.
They did the what was it? Was it Hezra or Pulse? It was one of the crowdfunders.
Oh, that's the one they didn't get enough for the crowdfunding for it.
Yeah, but he got released.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, because I seen a couple guys do reviews on him. And I believe Red told me one of his friends is a huge collector, and he's seen it in the guy's place. He says it's gigantic.
Citizen, if I still have pictures somewhere on my either my phone or on my computer, I'll go on Twitter and I'll send a picture to you what it looks like. I'm pretty sure the one I have might be boxed up. I don't recall, but I'll send you a picture of it. Like sometime in the future when I actually get the expansion done on my house, so I have a whole room for all my collectibles, I will dig that thing out and do like a little mini review clip for it for one of these shows. I don't know. I don't know if I'll show it here or if I'll show it on retro. It's not really old enough to be considered retro, I don't think.
Yeah, it's still freaking amazing.
It was amazing toy. Absolutely amazing. There was a lot of detail they put in that thing.
Yeah, and the crowdfunder one, they even had like the mouth, like it rotates and it.
The teeth with the teeth moving. Yeah.
Dude, that was some really cool engineering on that.
Yeah, because now that you're saying that, I do recall somebody, and I don't remember who it was. I don't know if it was. I don't think it was Rodimus Primal. Maybe it was Chiefotron or damn, who the hell was it?
Well, I watch what's his face, Emgo. Yeah, I think that's how he says it. He's the guy with the really long face. His table looks like it's like a piece of like a metal floor or something. It looks like that he does the reviews on. But yeah,
the one that looks like one of those truck boxes.
Yeah,
the diamond
dude,
plating.
He does some really good reviews on those because he gets the third parties, he gets the original ones, the official, Takara ones. But yeah, man, I seen him do part of that review, man. Tremendous. Like he had it like on a freaking giant hook or something, so he could actually show how it transforms properly. Yeah, man, that's insane. That thing is it's massive. Absolutely massive. What is it, like 4 feet or something?
I see one of our friends in the chat.
I'm gravely disappointed. Again, you have made me unleash my dogs of war.
Wookie, go get him. Someone else who got it. I got Photoshop open right now. Holy crap, man.
Keck44, hey, Tommy and the Guinea Pig Collective. I am a mod on Christy's channel. She's needing a little help. Support if you can. Oh, cool. Yeah, absolutely. You could leave that here. If you guys are able to help Christy out, I mean, I know Christy always seems to have like really bad luck.
Oh, man, that sucks.
But yeah, if you guys are willing to like help her out a little or even just share that out on Twitter, I'm sure it'll get into the right hands if you can't help and somebody be able to send her a few ducats. So thanks, Keck, for bringing that to my attention.
Cool.
All about helping the other people in the community when we can, because you never know when you might be the one that needs that help. I know I was there myself at one point, so.
For sure, man, for sure. Dude, yeah, and Christy's always been cool.
Yeah. I usually she lets Steeg say it, but I've gotten away with saying it to her once or twice, and called her a swamp ass bitch. But Christy's good people.
She is. No, I know. I see some of those some of the back and forth between Walton as well and her. Pretty damn hilarious.
Oh yeah. Oh, she's always busting his chops. It's freaking great.
She put it in a frame, the poster of him shirtless.
Yeah. Oh, well, I wound up clipping that out, and I did a whole video on that for one of Walton's like little skit things.
Yeah, I remember. That was great. Oh shit. Oh yeah, dude, it was fun having him on my stream on Sunday. Yeah, if you guys missed it, go check it out. We had an awesome conversation. We talked about superheroes versus regular protagonists versus anti-hero. When is it okay to kill? If you're a superhero, is it okay to kill? Are you still considered a superhero? Like, we had this whole great conversation when we had a great back and forth with. So yeah, definitely check it out. Tony Toneduff was there as well. It was a fun time.
I think everybody brought a lot of good, valid points to the table. I mean, I still think. Oh, yeah. I mean, I still personally just think if you're calling yourself a superhero, you shouldn't be killing, unless it's an extreme circumstance where it's unavoidable. I mean,
right. And that was the thing about it, right? Because a lot of people are like, oh, how come independent people aren't doing as much like superhero stuff? Because I think the audience kind of changed a bit too. And the ones who have been doing superhero stuff, it doesn't look like it lands as well, because it's either too corny or, you know, too on the nose of the goody two-shoe type stuff. And, you know, it's difficult. But like in talking about like a Batman character or something like that, we went into those the conversation went to certain places because he killed at a certain point in some stories or in a couple of movies, but in order to be a proper superhero, he shouldn't. And that was one of the things that's why he became Batman. It was, you know, not to kill. He doesn't want anyone to suffer like that, or like he suffered, you know, losing his parents the way he did. So he uses his gimmick to you know, put fear into the hearts of the bad guys and to stop them at all costs. But
no, plus one of the things that like I was bringing up too, it's also the blurring of the line between what is the good guy and what is the bad guy. Because if you're doing the same thing the bad guy is doing, how does that make you any different? And what's going on? Awesome one. Good to see you.
Hell, awesome one. But on top of all that stuff too, like, yeah, man, you're right. And if you kill one, who says like, all right, well, no, I got away with that one, or you know, it was justified, so let me start taking out more. Like, you know, one's going to be too much, right? So, yeah,
one is too many, and 20 is never enough.
Are we talking about toys again?
Oh, wait a minute. Are we? I think so.
Our damn collections. They just keep growing.
I was going through some of the crates, and I found a couple other figures that I completely forgot that I bought until yesterday. I was like, hey, I'm missing a few things. The reaction figures, they actually did some of the bands like Iron Maiden. They did Eddie from Iron Maiden. Mm-hmm. They did like King Diamond and all that. I remember I bought 2 of the Iron Maiden ones. And I couldn't remember which ones I bought. And I was like, damn, where the hell are those things? So when I was digging through the crates today, sweat my ass off in the garage digging through crates, I actually found those at least. So
okay, nice. Yeah, when I worked at McFarlane, they did that one character and all the album covers. I designed a bunch of them too. But yeah, and I painted a couple of them as well, which was kind of interesting.
Well, I think it's funny to like some of these companies that start off as small little rinky-dink companies like Reaction. Mm-hmm. I mean, they started off selling those figures. So like, what was it? Like, it wasn't even $5 a figure initially. Oh, wow. Like maybe it was like $5 to maybe up to $10. I don't even think they were $10 because I remember getting them early on. Now I think, wow, these things are so reasonably priced. I mean, granted, they're not super articulated, they ain't super detailed, but you could see exactly what characters are supposed to be, and they were cool enough to want to buy, especially with the packaging, what they were doing with that old Star Wars look to the packaging, you know. Mm-hmm. And so I picked up a few of them, and I really liked them. But now, if you see those figures, they're going from anywhere from like $17 to $19 a figure now.
Jeez. Yeah. Oh, you know what else I've seen too? Last time I was at Walmart. They have like these bendy figures at Universal Monsters. And I was like, whoa, that's weird. Like, you know, the last time I seen any figures that were like bendy like that were Gumby and, you know, a handful of like cheap shit in the 80s.
I found my Gumby. I had a Gumby and Pokey, and I found both of them at my father's house.
Oh, wow. Did the paint hold up on them?
Yeah, speaking of Tony, look, Tony's in the house. What's up, Tony?
What up, brother?
Reviews. What up, man? And the memes of destruction is here as well. What's going on, memes? Good to see you.
What's up, man?
Yeah, I had a bunch of those little bendy ones. I remember they actually released a bunch of Star Wars ones too, and I found like a Chewbacca, C-3PO.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember around Christmas and Easter, they had the Easter Bunny and they had Santa Claus.
Mm-hmm. Do you remember later on, like when Nightmare Before Christmas first came out, they actually had bendables for Jack and Sally?
Yeah, I do remember that actually. That's right, they did.
I mean, the biggest problem with the bendables, though, is I found, is if you do not have them in a very controlled environment and any moisture gets in there, they rot out those freaking wires.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it sucks.
I was actually shocked when I found those LGN figures, and I found Jake the Snake's. It was supposed to be, I think it was Damien. I think the bendable part in there was still fine.
Oh, like
wow. it didn't get any moisture or whatever, and it didn't rot out or nothing, and everything still bends the way it should.
That's
So
cool.
I bended it just a little bit to be able to sit it on Jake the Snake's hands on the figure, and after that, I was like, I'm not bending that thing again.
Yep.
With my luck, I'll bend it too many times and it'll snap.
Yeah, that happens.
Yeah, Stretcher Armstrong. Yeah, I had one too. Mine developed so many leaks that they couldn't be patched up anymore, and that gel that was inside them actually hardened up, and he became like a brick.
Oh my gosh. Holy shit. That's funny though.
Rotting moistly.
Yeah.
Small time Republic, what's up? I still have a Jake the Snake figure with the snake. Awesome.
Sweet.
Yeah, and I found that Roddy Piper, and he still has his kilt.
Yeah, that I was surprised.
Dog with the chain.
Yeah, I was surprised that you had accessories for some of that.
Well, we took, even my brother. Well, my brother not quite as much as me, but usually we took care of our toys for the most part, especially the ones I had. And if my dad found them with all the parts, he usually, I'm saying this, usually would keep them together when he stored them somewhere.
Yeah. Nice.
But I mean, as far as like which toys I'm waiting to come out for next, or which toys I'm waiting to find, I'm really curious to see where Transformers and Hasbro is going to go next. They did such a superb job with this line so far, and I know this line is not completely done because I think they still have one more wave left.
Okay.
Before Kingdom is finished, but I'm really curious to see where they're going next. I wonder if they're going to go all in with Beast Wars, because I did see a few Beast Wars figures on the shelves.
But are they selling? Because like, and all like the Targets in the Walmarts that I've seen, like, the Beast Wars stuff is kind of just sitting there.
Yeah, well, the one time I went into Walmart and they had a ton of these, just listed as Beast Wars, like the original figures. Most of them almost look like they were the original toys, just redone, and like with maybe like fresh paint or something like applications. But they looked almost like the original ones, and there was a slew of them. But all I seen was like one or two figures. I didn't see like a plethora to choose from. Most of them were like it was all like mostly all Rat Trap, and I think maybe Rhinox or Tigatron or something, and that was it. That's all they had.
Right. But I mean, I see they have like the Black Panther one. They have him. They have the White Tiger. They have Rhinox. I'm trying to think. I know there's another one. I see Waspinator too. I've seen him a few times.
Well, I know I've seen those. I've seen them in the Kingdom ones, but I don't remember seeing them in the new revamped Beast Wars.
Oh, okay, I gotcha.
Yeah. These ones are easily. Yeah, these ones are not part of the Kingdom line. These were legitimately listed as Beast Wars.
Okay, gotcha. Wait, are they like in a clamshell?
No, they're in the traditional old school packaging. Like, well, I guess technically that is a clamshell, right? You're talking about the old blister cards, like the Masters.
Yeah. Because I've seen those.
Yeah, just like that. Yeah.
Yeah, one of the Walmarts I go to, they have that, but they look like they're cheaper. Like they feel more like they look more like baby toys in comparison to the Kingdom lines. Because I've seen a Rat Trap and I've seen Megatron, the dinosaur one, but it's not the same one that's in that's in the Kingdom line. He looks smaller and cheaper.
Oh, you had Overkill, huh?
Oh, very cool, man.
Yeah, I found an Overkill in my collection.
That's cool, man.
I'm missing. I think I'm missing the shoulder cannons he had, because he had those two like rocket launcher shoulder cannons.
Oh yeah, that's right. Nice.
Furries rise up. Well, I'm not sure. Is Drew going live tonight?
I don't know. He missed the Tuesday stream.
Yeah, he said he was postponing it a week because of the rebranding. I mean, I didn't take a week to postpone and rebrand. I just put a new branding up on it.
Same. Yeah, I just did a title card. Ta-da! Bing, bing,
But
boom.
I think this is a good place to turn this one in.
Cool,
I
man. Yeah.
think we had an awesome discussion, and I'll talk about what we're going to be bringing to the table next week. So next week, I know I'm bringing to the table another Masters of the Universe discussion, and we will be showing off the 2021 retro Castle Grayskull. So excited to get this one. I was so excited to film this one. Now, granted, I didn't put this thing all the way together. I didn't put all the stickers on it because I knew I had to rebox it until my new room gets done, and then I could properly set it up and put everything on it and make it look amazing. But I just wanted to get it together as best I could to show it off with all the features that it was supposed to have, and I was so impressed with this thing. I cannot wait to show you this next week, guys. This one is fantastic, and I'm probably going to do at least one review on one of the other figures I have, which I have about 3 or 4 more Masters of the Universe figures that I haven't even done reviews on yet. So I'm going to pick one of them, do a review on it, and include it with the Castle Grayskull as a supplementary.
That's
and then,
awesome.
of course, we're going to have ETEP on with us. ETEP has a lot of those old school things, and Liam, who also has a bunch of them and loves Masters of the Universe, and he loves the lore and everything in there. So I think that's going to be an awesome stream. Do you have any idea what you're bringing in next week, Vin?
Yeah, I think for that stream, I might do the Revelations ones that I have. I might do those because I got a couple figures that I'm gonna be reviewing that are the 1/6 scale ones, but. Yeah, there's a couple of Marvel Legends I think I'm going to do. Since people seem to like the Tigra figure as well. There's another female figure I could do. Yeah, I think I'll do the Revelations ones.
Awesome.
But yeah, I might need you to remind me because I'm trying to get a little bit more done. Like I'm trying to finish up this page before I do another review. But yeah, no. Yeah, guys, if you haven't, go check out the Soundwave one. We showed some of it earlier tonight. I just put it up while we were on. And that's going to be these figures are awesome, man. So yeah, man, keep collecting what you like, be good to one another, and support indie creators like myself, like Red, like Chris Fisk. We got awesome people out there and awesome projects. Much love to everyone here. Give Christy a hand if you could. And yeah, Tommy, man, this was a blast, my friend.
Oh, it's always fun, Vinnie. I always appreciate every time we get to have these discussions, man, because we just gel so well when we're talking about this stuff, man. I really do appreciate you. And thanks for actually helping me out by getting one of these extra toys off my hand so I could clear a little bit of space out of the back room. I appreciate that. Oh, and Russian Bot, I mean, just in case you didn't catch us the last time.
I'm gravely disappointed. Again, you have made me unleash my dogs of war.
Every time, that's what they're going to get.
It's perfect.
But guys, make sure to stop by. Are you doing your Friday stream, right?
Yeah. Tomorrow's a Friday stream as well. It's going to be around 5:00, and we might have a couple other topics we'll be hitting. I'm waiting to hear back too from Raven because she has an appointment with something, but if she could make it. We're gonna have a pretty good little showcase because she finally has her Kickstarter up as well for Machi the Lazy Witch issue 3. So it'll be a good time.
Awesome. So make sure you stop by for that. Remember, all the links to all Vinnie's books are actually down in the description. So make sure you check them out. If you haven't, make sure you share them out as well. Shadow of the Kraken is right around the corner for a release. And don't forget to stop by and see Vinnie on Sunday as well for the Sunday Chill stream. Of course, remember to stop by and see us again on Monday when we do Going Old School Retro Discussions at 6 p.m. We're going to have a big Ghostbusters discussion on that one because I found a few of the older things. And, of course, some of the movies that came out. And I just recently watched Afterlife. And I got to say, I was actually quite impressed. It takes a lot to have to admit that, considering the travesty that has been modern entertainment. But I was actually impressed with this movie and all the details that they incorporated in this, all the love that they actually showed to the franchise on that one. I was shocked. And I've actually heard a few people say a lot of negative connotations about this movie, but I didn't see any of it. Not the things that they were talking about. So remember.
Exactly, man. Dude, me and a couple other people, like we loved this movie, ETEP, when he saw it. I think we all saw it the same night, and then we did a stream together. And they paid so much respect to it. The Blu-ray just dropped. If you haven't seen it, just go out and buy it because yeah, we need more stuff like this, and we definitely want a sequel because they did a fantastic job. In fact, I picked up the Blu-ray with 1 and 2. They also have an option for that. So yeah, if you want them on Blu-ray, get them on Blu-ray as well, man.
Oh, definitely, Citizen. I don't say a whole lot of movies are good. Like, you know, even with Joker, I said it was okay for a first watch through, but like on multiple repeated viewings of Joker started like bringing these feelings of hatred out of me. Like, I can't watch that one repeatedly. This Afterlife, I watched it once and I actually really felt like putting it right back on again because I thought it was that good.
Yep. I agree.
Now, was there a few parts in it that were kind of silly and kind of goofy? Yeah, a little bit.
Sure. Not everything's going to be perfect, but for the most part, though, like the characters themselves, again, they paid a lot of respect to them. The story is fantastic. It makes sense. And that ending is just amazing.
Absolutely was. It's Piggy recommended. Yeah, Joker doesn't have the rewatch value. That's exactly what I've been saying from the beginning. I think it's good the first time through. Second time, it starts degrading the experience. Well, at least it did for me.
For me, I still enjoy the movie. I think it's really well done. I loved it the first time, loved it the second time. But you do need to be you need to be in a mood to see it. Excuse me. You got to be in a proper mood to see it because I'm with Tommy. It could leave you in kind of an angry state. But towards the end of the movie, though, that end scene with De Niro, it kind of makes up for it. Like, I start to smile again.
But it's a shame that you need a certain part in the movie to like really get into it.
Well, no, I think get into it, but like you said, though, it starts to it gets you angry at certain points.
Yeah, where it just feels so depressing. It's like, do I really want to watch something that's going to like bring me down? I want to be in a good mood when I'm watching a movie, and right. I kind of got that good mood through most of Afterlife. Like I said, there was a few parts that were kind of downers, but those downers were actually done well, and they were actually showing a lot of respect. I mean, the only problem I had was a few of the goofy moments in it, and those goofy moments were so slight that they could really be overlooked compared to what they did in the rest of that film. So if you haven't seen it, I would definitely recommend seeing that one. And I can't wait to have a big Ghostbusters discussion on Monday. That one should be a lot of fun. Oh, yeah, man. Yeah, like I said, I'll try to jump in on that one. Yeah, because it's always great stuff. I love that franchise. If you're asking if Afterlife was a reboot, no, it was supposed to be it's a continuation from the second movie. Yep. So it's 1, 2, and Afterlife. Yep. That's it. Oh, and the video game. The video game that they did a couple of years ago was also tied into all of it. Not exactly, but partially. That's all I'm going to say because I don't want to give it away because it's a big part of the movie. But it's definitely worth the watch, especially if you like the first 2 Ghostbusters. So, yep. Anyway, guys, you've been chilling here with the most hated guinea pig on YouTube and his cohort in crime, the Pirate Pig. We want to thank every last one of you for stopping in. You guys have been absolutely amazing, killing in the chat, killing the bots in the chat. I really do appreciate that. Vespadanya, suckers. And remember, guys, never let anybody tell you what you can and can't say, what you should or should not watch, because your silence gives consent. And we will catch you all next time. Later, y'all. Have a great night.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, hi, Coast Casino.
Hey, welcome to Sporking News Podcast. My name is Scott.
I'm Temple Queen of the Place to Be Reviews. I am the Patriot, Drew Taylor, aka Supreme Heretic.
The Red Gaze on YouTube, at the Red Gaze on Twitter.
What up, what up, what up?
Hello, everybody. It's me, Vinnie.
The voice of Immortal Coil.
Oh, hey, I am the Ghost Bear.
What's going on, Tommy? And get anybody like this?
Yeah, I'm Wes Moody of the Wes Moody Webcast.
Tony, Death, rocking. I mean, we have a lot of cool things over there. I did some magic tricks.
Hi guys, try to stay here.
My name is Monkey Knight.